my beloved countrymen. Ito ho pong pinaka-importante, yung beloved countrymen, because it spells out my country, really. But before I forget, I'd like to extend my warmest felicitations to the family behind the hospital, the Davao, rather, the nakakala ko sa Davao ako, the Premier Medical Center, for the sheer service to the Filipino people. Alam mo, paski anong klaseng survey all over, it's always the doctors who occupy the highest credibility and respect of the Filipinos. And rightly so. Kasi buhay it's life. And saludo po ako sa inyo in the sense that it is really, I know the years that you have to toil. Pareho-pareho yung ano natin, law takes about 10 years. Pagka-doktor, ganun rin. Kaya marami akong nakitang doktor na classmate ko, mas matanda yung mukha sa akin. Pero yung the rigorous schedule ng isang doktor. But you can find no other tao dito na respetado sa Pilipinas. And even the NPAs, they would not hurt yung mga rural doctors pupunta. No? Ang lalaki ng respeto ng mga yan. Kasi nagkakasakit naman yung mga buang na yan. Wala rin pupunta yung mga doktor. Meron po akong prepared speech. But siguro, masisiguro ninyo yan. It may be the usual niceties of life and topics that are really generally acceptable. Pero napag-usapan na naman natin itong profesyon ninyo. Malaki yung problema ko sa gobyerno. And this is not the first time that I have heard again complaints of PhilHealth. Kaya sinabi ko kay Danny, you better assemble, and if you want, I'd like to invite you for dinner or lunch sa Malacanang. I'd call for the yung PhilHealth, pati itong DOH. There has to be a corrective measure put in place now. Kailangan ngayon. Kasi matagal ako, mayor ako noon. The usual little things that would amount to huge corruption in the final analysis. So kailangan ito gagawin na ngayon. Kaya nung pagdating ko, I was in the holding room and we had a short tea. I said that pumunta kayo and everybody would be interested. But my office could only accommodate so much. But give me a list because I invite all others, especially from the medical associations, to pitch in their word or two so that I can formulate new policies. Walain natin yung corruption. No? Madali lang yan. All we have to do is supportahan lang ninyo. And the only thing really that needs to be done is for the people to be assertive. Do not give in to anything that is out of the way or totally outright wrong. Kayong lahat ng sa gobyerno, if you are dealing with the transacting public, the taxpayers, I have this to say. Now is not the time to do it. Maybe some, hindi kayo dito ngayon, probably have been doing it for several years. BIR, customs, lahat yan. Sabi ko sa kanila, well, you have had your heydays, your fun and glory. But this time, at my time, pakilang po kasi It's about only 6 years, little bit of sacrifice. I know that you'd go home less than what you used to bring when you were there in the previous administration. Ako po'y nanalo, and alam naman ninyo, ni dito sa, well, except for my brothers and the one solitary soul that supported me, wala akong barangay captain, wala akong congressman, wala lahat. And that was all throughout the country. Not even in the hometown of my father. Ang nanay ko, Mindanao na. So, but the sheer majority of 6 million really was boggling. And I had to ask myself, had to direct myself to God directly. What do you intend me to do? Kasi, actually, I did not expect really to win. But I was there because nobody was talking about Mindanao, our problem. And hindi alam ng lahat, this could really cause a fissure in the country, and maybe a permanent one, which we do not like to happen. And nobody was talking about drugs, which was really flooding the country. When I was mayor, I did not realize that it was that in magnitude. Alam ko because yung doon sa barangay, ganon may droga, dito doon. But hardly an overall, a bird's eye view of what was happening to the country. Now, when I became president, I already had the access to all information. And I found out to my horror that really 3 years or 4 years or 5 years, hindi bababa yan sa 3 years, we were already in narco-politic country. Kasi karamihan ng mga barangay captains, pati municipal mayors, without really, no offense intended, at pinakita ko naman rin kasi sa inyo, to my horror, gano'n na karami. So Santiago, General, during his PDEA days, pegged at about 3 million. Me, at the end of the year, nag-breach na ako ng 1 million and still counting. Ang paghinakit ko dito, what is really raging in my heart is that you are making so many slaves, millions of them, in my country. Hindi ko matanggap yan. Honestly, hindi ko talaga matanggap yan. They are slaves to a chemical and making the people very rich. Kayong medyo umabot ng mabuting buhay. I'll ask you, at what time during your marriage life, when you were building together a conjugal thing, kailan umabot sa inyo ang milyon ninyo? And I'd like to ask the billionaires, when was the first time you became a billionaire? For how many years did you really work for it? Mga droga, may kompetensya ang manegosyanteng legit. What? Drugs. Overnight, they become a sensation. So ito tong mga to, hindi naman ako walang pinag-aralan ang mga lakas ng loob, pati the greed. Overnight, one transaction, pag nakapalusot ka ng kagaya nung sa San Juan, sabihin ko sa inyo sa totoo lang, kung nandoon ako sa Manila noon at nalaman ko may raid ng NBI tapos gano'n karami, I would have gone there at dinala ko yung sa likod yung mga tao at pinagbabaril ko. And I would proclaim yan, karap ko yung Nationwide TV. Ayan, nandahan lahat yan, susunod-sunod niyang mga yan . kasi naghanap ng mali. Hindi ako nakakamali. Talagang papatayin kita. Kayo ang nagkamali. Kayo patayin ko. Hindi ako nagkamali. Trabaho ko yan eh. Hindi ko matatanggap yan. Kaya yung dynamics ko sa simbahan, sa ibang human rights, pati Amerika, man, I really don't give a shit. Hindi naman kayo ang pumili sa aking presidente, ang Pilipino. So, ang Pilipino, ang poprotektahan ko. Now, sabi ko nga, impeachment, tapos magkudita, sabi ko. No. Do not F me with that kind of talk. Because I live by destiny. First of all, I became a president by sheer destiny. And destiny is God. Whoever thought that I'd win, wala naman akong pera, coming in from the cold Mindanao. That's just the last city facing the Malacca Strait. On a clear day, I can see the Australians there, the women swimming in. Nakikita ko yung Australiano doon. So, I took it upon myself to characterize the whole thing. I said, maybe, baka akong pinapanalo kasi ako lang rin talaga ang pumapatay. Kasi gano'n. No. 4 million Filipino. All reduced to slavery. Tapos marami ang yumaman. Marami ang nagbilyonaryo. At sa bagay, tingnan mo kung saan sila ka ngayon. Di nasa gumaganda. Makita ko, pumunta ko doon sa tatay ko. Sino yung magandang museum? Ngayon yung sa sir, yung drug lord na putang ina. Sa kamatayan niya. So, pinatawag ko, and the mayors would tell you, and I'd be calling for the governors. Prangkahan ko, sila pinangkahan ko mga mayor. Hindi sila, hindi kayo, mga mayor, Mindanao, Bisaya. So, huwag kayong magkamali. Talagang papatayin ko kayo. Kayong mga barangay captains, panahon ninyo. Panahon lang. Hihiritan ko kayong lahat. Somebody should go to prison for that. I will. No problem. I will rot in prison for the Filipino. There's no problem about that. I die. Now, just to make a visual impact on our problem. Sana yung aid ko? This is the drug industry of the Philippines. Now, anybody who just would want to take over and solve the problem, I can place you in a special commission. Do it for us. Kasi ako, even if Congress would give me a carta blanca to kill all of them, I would run out of bullets and I would not have the opportunity to do it all. Kung sino yung wise na kardinal, na bishop, na pare, o human rights, puro listahan yan. Karamihan dito, barangay captains, police, mayors, generals, itong luot na itong putang inan to. General ng police, ganun ginawa niya sa bayan niya. I had a statement of assets and liabilities and he had 100 million because he was hard worker sa negosyo. 100 million? Hindi ko kita na-insult. I'm not trying to belittle. Maybe you belong to a wealthy family. But 100 million? Kaya binigyan ko si Coco Pimentel, the Senate President, and the Speaker, at binigyan ko ang military, sabihin ko, try to sort out a solution to this problem. Kaya ito, that's 6,000. And they are spread all throughout the country, including dito. May mga drug lord dito, panahon lang yan. Panahon lang. Pagdagdag sa greenery sa mga memorial dito. Kasi kung hindi ko gano'n, I can be a good boy actually. Holy ako eh. Ilang beses na ako nahuli, kaya 2 na tuloy ang asawa ko. But I can be a extra decent person. All I have to do is just raise my hands. Yeah. I will not do anything that is a sin against God again. Pati ang Diyos kung galit sa akin, hindi. You are invited to come down and Jesus Christ. Kayong mga bishops, sige, inyo na yan. Try to just invoking hindi ko maintindihan talaga ang simbahan. Alam nila eh. Alam na mga parish priest gaano kalala. And yet, they say that extrajudicial killing. Lahat ng durog, alam mo naman, kayo dito alam niya, pagka ang tao bangag, lumalaban talaga yan. Itong mga, kaya dapat yung ibang pare magsyabo para maintindihan nila. I recommend 1 or 2 of the bishops. And sa kanila, walang syabo, pero asawa meron. Pareho ang kami. Ako pati ang yung mga pare namin sa Davao, pareho. Tag 2-3 asawa. Sus. Huwag na tayong all the hypocrisy of pretenders. There's a book about basa naman, Altar Secrets. It was written by the writer, yung narrator ng CBCP noon. You read the book, you will find all the sleazy. Meron yan. So, hindi lang, they're trying to suppress. Pati may isang film ngayon about homosexuality. Pinipigilan nila. Bakit mo pigilan? When you expose the frailties of your faithful, you are free to shout in the pulpit. But kung kayo exempted, anong klase yan? Lahat tayo. Ito yung mga Pilipino, from a long haul from Laos, we arrive in Davao, only to be asked, have you resolved to stop cursing? Saying epithets. Galing akong Laos, yan ang itanong mo sa akin. Sinabi ko, sanay ako, you ask a stupid question, I'll give you a stupid answer. Diba, we look at the window, saw in the darkness God, and He whispered to me, stop cursing. Alam mo, kinabukasan, editorial ako raw kulungog. Kasi nagpi-fentanyl, yung painkiller, dito yung lidocaine. Ang C4 ko pati C7, kaya ako magtingin ng babae, kung hindi lang man talaga maganda, hindi ko na lang tinitignan. Hindi ko maganon to eh. Pero kung medyo talagang in the peripheral, makita mo man, you meet a little bit of sacrifice, ganon. No, ako, do not treat me as just one of the, talagang, what you say is what you get. Ganon talaga, baski doon sa kami nagharap ni Obama. Sabi ko, you can go to hell. Ganito ha, look. Amerika. Panahon ni Obama, with all the wisdom and the pretensions of honoring great principles of humanity, even suggesting that I should be prosecuted in the International Criminal Court. Nung nagbasa ako, ang mga unggoy, hindi pala membro ng International Criminal Court. Tang ina pagkahipokrit ito. Bakit? Well, do you remember Panama? Anybody remembered Panama? They invaded the country because Panama was flooding the United States with drugs. They uprooted the president, shanghaied him to the United States, brought him to trial, and Noriega is serving sentence there. Kita mo pagkahipokrit ito mo. They went to Iraq on the pretext of a war in search for weapons of mass destruction. They found now, they undermined Saddam. They undermined Libya. Look at what's happening now. This is carnage. Kawawa ang, never mind about the Muslim, Christian, mga Hudyo. So the human beings, the Arabs are. When you talk to me, you better be prepared to go down to reality. Kasi dyan ako eh. I will point out to you what's wrong with the world. It's not really me. So yung droga na yan, yung corruption, sinabi ko talaga, I even fired 2 brad namin sa fraternity. Earlier, talagang pinaalis ko. And I have fired so many itong LFTRB. 92 of them already, and many more. It will not stop for 6 years. Drug problem, the killing, it will not stop, believe me, until the last poster is out of the streets. Pati yung drug lord. Wala akong choice eh. I cannot operate. Kung ganito lang, nakita naman ninyo. You build a case. How can you build a case isa-isa? You ask your fiscal, kami. You gets arrested, gets a lawyer, delays the investigation. The case is finally filed after 6 months to 1 year. Then, first day in court, he asks for a postponement, another postponement. How can I prosecute 6,000? In the meantime, I prosecute 2, 3, 4, 5 in this community, and everybody else in the list plays the drug game. Oh, well, what happened to my country? Kaya sabi ko, do not destroy my country. That's what I said in Davao. Do not destroy my city. Do not destroy the young people of this country. When I became a president, I issued the same warning. Stop it because it's going to be bloody. Then I promise walang corruption. Then I promise walang criminality. Then I promise that doon sa debate that I will allow the burial of Marcos doon sa libingan ng mga bayan. I have trying to come up with my promises. Ano bang hindi niyo nakita? Alam niyo ang Davao. Alam mo kung bakit? Ang Davao noon, medyo magulo. It's in Mindanao. Secretary Mamunjong is there. He's also in Maranao. Nanay ko Maranao, tatay ko Chinese. But my father is from Cebu. Nabi ko sa kanila, magulo masyado. Sabi ko, I will make the city peaceful. Kayo ng mga negosyante, bahala na kayo. But along the way, talagang hiniritan ko lahat. At ito ngayon, nationwide, it has created an uproar beyond the normal proportions. Ngayon, here comes Trump. Good evening, Mr. President. It's evening here. I'd like to congratulate you on your victory. I think you're doing great. You make a good country. Oh, yes. Is this President Duterte? Yes, sir. Well, you know, I think we have a bad fix in our relations. Forget about it. We'll reset a new one. You're doing it right. This son of a bitch. This, I do not name you. And the boundary, they're throwing. So sabihin ko sila, anong asal na sundin ko? The America mismo, with all its pretensions and hypocrisy, dalawa ang makukuha ko. Here is a guy who said, continue with what you're doing, it's good. And this is son of a bitch is also saying that I should go to prison. Do you see, no? Ang Constitution mismo ganito, sinira nila because of their hatred for Marcos. They came up with a Constitution. Abogado, marami man tayo dito. The President can declare martial law. But any citizen of this country can bring a petition to the Supreme Court to question on the legal basis for declaring martial law. But in the same paragraph, the President, after 60 days, should go to Congress for an extension, if he wants to. If he has to complete the slaughter. Ngayon, pagdating sa Supreme Court, sabihin ng Supreme Court, it is baseless. It does not amount to any legal basis. Sabihin ng Congress, go ahead. Because it is the national security which is at stake. Kung magmangga yung dalawa, if they cannot agree, because the President usually and Congress are bedfellows, politiko. O ngayon, who decides now? Supreme Court sabi, wag. Sabi ng Congress, yes. Who decides? The sitting President. So ako, it will discourage me to become a despot because I now can interpret the law itself and it is final. Nag-aaway kayong dalawa, dito. Yun ang ibig kong sabihin. Ito namang newspaper, Duterte martial law. I will not declare martial law. At kung mag-declare ako ng martial law, hindi ako mag-ingay. At magtanong anong basis, putang ina ka, wala kang pakialam. Basta tumahimik kayong lahat. Ganon yan eh. Sino man ang gagong presidente mag-declare ako ng martial law o Supreme Court, pwede ba to? Congress, gano'n. Basta ako, it is not found in the Constitution. It is not written there. But if I feel as a president that I have to preserve my country, I will declare myself. Pero kung sabihin lang ninyo na peace and order gano'n, ngayon, tama ang military. There is no compelling reason really. But I will just fill you in as the days to come. It's ISIS coming in very fast. And itong Mindanao is a pure case of rising nationalism. Yung Mindanao, before Magellan came, more than 100 years, was already Islam. Kaya pagdating ng Kachila at pati tayo, there is no original Christian there. Kasi nandoon lahat puro ang Moro country was already Islam. So ang problema, yung rising nationalism sila Nur Misware, yung MILF, MN, they want their country back. Which is correct. Kanina yun eh. Kaming mga tatay ko, yung Kristiyano, pumunta lang doon, nakapag-asawa ng ang Mindanaoan. Pero ngayon, iba na ang istorya. Because the ISIS have contaminated Mindanao. Alam mo, you said it, CNN TV, putok dito, putok doon. And the ISIS is a very, very cruel thing. I don't know what drives them crazy, but they burn children, they make young women by the thousands of slaves. Ayan ang delikado. Hindi pa dadating yan. Ba media kasi hindi nakikinig eh. Ang marinig lang nila yung martial law. Hindi ako stupido. Mas bright tayo sa kanila. Alam mo, sa totoo lang, kung mas bright sila sa akin, sila ngayon ang gumagamit nito. Kaya ako bright. And besides, it's, I said, it's a God-given, not even a gift, it's a God-given task. And I will not do it just for a flimsy reason. Perpetuate in power. I will tell you now. Please listen very carefully. Am I exceedingly happy or I am glad? Am I glad that I am president? I'll give you the answer. Truthfully. Truthfully, bunga nga ako. I do not need it at the time of my life. At this time. So, takot-takutin ninyo ako yung House Duterte, yung yelo. Yung yelo, sige, nabaski na to. Ang yelo sa Bisaya, ice eh. Bumili ka ng yelo. That's ice. Matagal na natunaw yun. Pagtapos ng eleksyon, it melted. Sino pang gusto mag-liberal dito? Di wala. Sinong kaibigan ni Duterte? Kita mo na. Sinabi ko eh. Noon ako, estudyante. Duterte is not a statesman. Shit. I never studied to be a statesman. What I remember is taking up law. Kami kakako ka ba sa Brad sa San Beda? Wala statesman. Hindi ako 75 lang. Totoo yan. Since Sunny Dominguez yung finance, classmate ko yan. Kindergarten, valedictorian hanggang college ko. Tugade, valedictorian yan. Tsaka bilyonaryo yan. Totoo lang. Yung Brad ko sa karamihan ng anak ko, Ilocano eh. Kasi ang Talyone sa San Beda, halos lahat ng Ilocano pumupunta doon. Kaya karamihan ko, Brad ko, puro Ilocano lahat yan. Puro valedictorian. Si Pernia is Bulanon, but is emeritus sa UP School of Economics. Si Briones is valedictorian sa UP yan, and the National Treasurer before. Puro valedictorian yan sila. Ang malas lang nila is nagtatrabaho lang sila sa isang 75. Bakit ka pa mag-statesman dyan? Kalukuhan. Aral konti, inom konti sa Ligarda. Ang gagawin ito dyan sa bridge, Ligarda, pagbaba ako sa bridge, meron dyan, ice cold beer. Kung magtinginan kami ng mga Brad ko na ulol, yung mga judge ngayon, kung sabihin ko lang sa inyo, hindi ko puro, walang ginawa yan, hindi mag-inom. Anyway, we passed the bar. And, I'm more of just a storyteller. I do not really give speeches. I just, tiya-tinga. Tukatis lang tayo dito. Hindi kasi hindi ko ma-deliver ang message ko. Ay, wala man dito yung putang ina mo, bakit tayo mong tumaya? Hindi lumalabas yung sentimento ko kasi baka dito marami pa rin. So kung nakikinig sila dito, aabutin talaga kayo. One day, there will be one day in your life na magkamali ka talaga. Expose yourself or whatever. Mayor na, Odicta was running the show on the western front of the Visayas. Yung Albuera, yung pinatay doon sa loob, sinabi nila sinalvage, whatever, was, kaya yung Cebu is a very docile tribe. Mga Bulanon, ano yan sila? Docile. Ayaw mag-away, ayaw lahat. Basta mabait yan sila. To think that when I became president, it was flooded with drugs. Hindi ko alam itong putang inang mayor pala ng Albuera. Tapos kung magsagot na, ay wala, talagang walang katuto, politika lang yan. Pag-grade ng bayan niya, puno ng drug, ay putang ina ka. Pati ako bulahin, no. Patawag ko ang mga next, ang mga gobernador, sabihin ko talaga, warningan talaga ninyo yung, it's either I come out with my mission accomplished, or I go out of the presidency in shame. Posta ko dyan, pagka-presidente ko, pati buhay ko. Walang ano. Sana maintindihan niya ako lahat. I may not be the civil president. Baka madumihan ninyo anong bunganga ako. Pero daw siya sabi. Nang ayaw ninyong kinig sila, alam ko wala dito. Pero ayaw lang marinig, sabi ko nga, I will kill you. Kung mamatay ka, kagusto ka lang. Now, the bishops, the cardinals want to stop killing. Ayaw na ninyo ng gulo. All they have to do is to drop the Cebu. Tapon mo lang sa dagat, ang lawak ng dagat, mamili ka ng dagat, tapon mo dyan sa bukid, umuwi ka, kung anong kinita mo, magkontento ka na. Because if you continue, then magsasalubong talaga tayo. Whichever it goes, kung ako o ikaw, walang ano sa akin. But there has to be a solution to the problem. Maraming salamat po.